Okay, these are some photos from our day trip to Lower Lake Mary on September 6th. These first few photos, we stopped on the hiking trail, the Faye Ridge hiking trail, before we went on to Lake Mary. And so that's what these first few photos are. You can see there's a really big tree there at the start of the trailhead. So we took some photos there, pretty cool looking. We had driven by here several times because we've been to Lake Mary. I think this is the fifth time we'd been to Lake Mary. So we'd driven by this trailhead several times, and this was the first time we'd stopped and got out. And you see we're wearing Miyagi-Do shirts. There's Sammy posing with a Miyagi-Do shirt. On the last day trip in July, we had worn Cobra Kai shirts. So this time we wore Miyagi-Do. Very giant pine tree. Here, Sammy looks like she, question mark. Sammy's thinking about something. What are you thinking about there, Sammy?
Why there's two trees?
Right, so he talked about these trees. That tree looked like maybe it was two trees that had grown together, which could explain maybe why it was the trunk was so big. Because that's really giant for that type of together, right? Here, Mommy's hugging it. Yeah, we saw a few like this. This was the biggest one, I think, but yeah, it looked like they really did grow together because I don't think they normally would be that size.
Miyagi's crane kick.
Someone's doing a crane kick here. That's right.
Your favorite pose?
Her favorite, yeah, she does this pose about 3-4 times on this trip. So here we're starting our hike. So there's our SUV there, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're starting our hike here. It was pretty hot this day. It was about 90 degrees. You see Sammy's drinking some water there. Take a break, too hot.
Very hot.
Yeah, 90 degrees in Flagstaff is hot because also you're a lot closer to the sun there because of the elevation. So some wildflowers, a lot of pretty wildflowers this trip. We timed it out pretty well and saw a lot. There, Sammy's got her Lotso in the flowers, posing with Lotso. Oh, Lotso, some sniffing some flowers.
No, I'm showing you flowers to lots of
You're showing the flowers. Okay, cool. And they were just walking along that. I called it a trail. It's called a trailhead, but actually this is like the access road that kind of leads to the trail. We just stayed on the main road here, and it's really more for bikes, like motorbikes and ATVs and that kind of thing. But we just walked along the main road there. Here you got a nice view of the San Francisco peaks in the background, and pine trees.
Pine trees.
And pine trees. I like this photo. This looks cool. Mom took this while we're walking on the road. You can see it look like action shot, and you see me video recording. And funny thing about that video recorder though, I didn't realize I had it on Zoom the whole time. So I tried to watch it when we came back home, and like the whole hike it zoomed in. We didn't notice it was zoomed in until we got to Lake Mary and started recording there and realized it was zoomed in, right? So you can watch it, but it's not easy to watch because it's zoomed in the whole time. You can't see well. I got a headache trying to watch it, I think. So here we're off the trail. Went up to kind of the side of the hill here, and Sammy wanted to hike up to the side of the hill, so we hiked up here.
I have my poster.
Yep. And then you're drinking some water.
Oh, I'm pointing over there. Something I'm pointing
Yeah. Do you remember what you were pointing to?
to. No, I did do for the photo. I didn't point to anything.
Cool. And we got Mommy, finally got Mommy in the photo. She was in some with the tree, but no, you were in some of the tree photos, but mostly didn't have you until now. Mommy's checking out some flowers. Mommy took a lot of these photos, though. That's why you don't see Mommy in a lot of the photos. She took a lot of the photos of me and Sammy. So Sammy and I hiked up to this kind of side of the hill there, and then here we are back on the road again, walking along. Yeah, it was pretty that day, though. It was really pretty sky. Here you don't see too many clouds, but when we went over to Lake Mary, you'll see later on those photos, it had really pretty white clouds, too, in the sky. It was a nice day. Family photo here. You got Lutzo in there.
Lots of.
Well, this one's out of sequence a little bit. So here we're hiking up to that side of that hill.
And I wanted to go to the very top.
Right. So we went over to where you see it, kind of where the trees start there. Okay. Anyway, so now we're on to Lake Mary. So we were at the hiking trail about 30 minutes or so, I think, and then we went on to Lake Mary. And you see all the pretty wildflowers there at Lake Mary. Here, Daddy's getting some jubes from his two girls. double jubes. Mommy took this photo. It's a nice photo, zoomed in of the flowers. Looks good. Look like they're already dry there a little bit though, right? See, they're already. Some of them already, starting to dry a little bit. I think, but the white ones, yeah, but not the yellow ones. Still didn't look dry. When we went back again in October 1st, and they were pretty much all mostly dry by then. But at this time when we were here, it was September 6th, so they were still mostly pretty nice. That's the old forest sign there, Coconino National Forest. Here's Sammy's
stuffed animal 6. Stuffed animals is true.
Some animal life in Lotso. Here's you see the nose of the SUV there. Also a little bluebird there. Lots of bluebirds around the Ramadas there at Lake Mary.
I drew mommy.
Yeah, we have several of these photos. So mommy didn't have too many at the other place, but here we have several of the mommy and Sammy Jube photos in this set. Here, Sammy looks like she's trying to slam Ms. Black Panther to the ground. Here, look like, what happened?
No!
Look like here, look at you angry, or like the next photo you see her in the ground. So like, what happened to her? Right, they're kind of out of sequence a little bit, but the next photo you see, she's on the ground in between the flowers, I think. But Sammy's just playing around.
Miyagi's crane kick.
Back to the crane kick. You can see there, you see how many flowers, or you can see there at the lake. There's Ms. Black Panther
now
again.
She's in the ground. Look like
She blends in really well with those lava rocks. Look at that. You don't see her well. She really blends in, right? She's similar shade to the lava rock there. I like these photos where she's standing on the lava rock. Very cute.
Lava rock.
How do you say that?
Yeah, it was a lava rock too.
What I'm doing?
Here you still have you're still with Miss Black Panther there, I think. The photos aren't exactly in sequence because when I was loading them, I couldn't. They're kind of a small thumbnail version. You can't see exactly kind of which photo goes where. Now that I'm looking at the big photos, I can see they're out of sequence a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Some more photos of mommy with the pretty flowers. You can see those yellow flowers, pretty tall, long stems, right? Remember you learned about it in your class. Remember the stems? This kind of flower has a long stem. I like this. Look on her face. Look. Look at your face. Very cute there. Look.
I think I enjoy the brown eye Susan.
Yeah, whatever you're doing there. And here you're belting out some song, some Animal Life theme song, probably. Back to this pose again. And we're done going to Lake Mary for this year because they're closed now for the winter. I think we might go back there to see the snow. We might go check out the snowfall, and if they have snow in January or something, we might go check it out because it's on the way anyway to go where we would go to play in the snow. So, but we won't be able to go back into the picnic area until April or May next year, whenever they open up. Depends on the weather. This year they opened May, and we were there May 6th, but if it's warm in April, they'll open up earlier, so we might be able to go back in April. We'll see. You can see that sky really pretty there now in the background, the white clouds. There's Sammy's blowing a dandelion. That started at Lynx Lake. Remember, you'd never seen a dandelion before. You'd seen them, I think, but you didn't remember what they were. I gave you that dandelion first time we went to Lynx Lake. Remember?
Yeah, I always wish.
And you made wish and blew it. And what was your wish?
I wish mommy and daddy would love me, and that's a wasted wish.
And we always joke that it's a wasted wish because we always love you. But ever since then, now she sees dandelion, she grabs the dandelion and makes a wish.
Make wish. I'm the captain now.
Here your captain pose, right? Captain of the flower ship.
Daddy, you want me?
Yeah, you have many. You guys took these by yourself because I was at the Ramada watching our stuff, and they went off to a little hike here. This is over closer to Ramada 3, so they walked over there, and they took some of these photos.
What kind of flowers are these?
I don't know what those are.
Those are sunflowers.
No, not sunflowers. I don't know what those
More
yellows are.
brown-eyed
That's not
Susan.
brown-eyed Susan, right? Not this one.
But this is brown-eyed Susan.
No, right.
They're the seven.
Is that brown-eyed Susan? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what they're not sunflowers. I don't know what they are.
But they're not sunflower.
For sure not sunflower. Yeah. but pretty though. There you got Hugs a Lot with a nice view behind her of Ramada number 1.
And Mrs. Black Panther.
And Mrs. Black Panther. And it looks like a shadow. You put her in Hugs' shadow, so you can't see her well. But I got the bird book out there, Birds of Arizona. We were doing some bird study while we were there.
I was gonna jib you, right? That was the photo before you jib you.
Maybe. I didn't have them all in sequence because it was too hard to. It's 75 photos. It was too hard to put them all in. I just separated and made sure I had them in the right place. So here we went for a little walk before we left for the day. It's getting close to evening time here, so we went to walk and take photos with the flowers before we left. You can see here, really nice view of the flowers
Spooky
there.
tree.
Your Halloween tree, right? Really good view of the flowers there. This is on the little access road into the picnic area. Hugs again. Hugs was the kind of the star of the stuffed animals this trip. I mean, not Hugs, Lotso. Sorry, I said Hugs. Lotso. I said Hugs and then Lotso. Lotso again. He was the star of this day trip for the stuffed animals. Almost done. A couple more photos.
Oh no.
Got a few more photos of you with Lotso and the flowers, I think. See, a different kind of. Those look like little daisies to me, but I don't know what they
I
are.
thought they're brown eyes.
Well, Mommy said the yellow ones, and they do have kind of a brown in the center, right? Mommy said the yellow ones were brown-eyed Susan. So here we're walking back to the SUV. We're almost done, so
Walking back.
yeah, we'll see you next time. And Mommy's shadowed the recording. All right, bye for now.
Bye.
Love you, bye.